Forbidden, Scary Movie, Box Roll, and Just Eat. This contest is recognized by the Bible of Boxing, the ring, and sanctioned by the World Boxing Council President Mauricio Sulaiman, the World Boxing Association, Gilberto Jesus Mendoza Jr., President, and the Saudi Boxing Federation. The Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority is the President, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the three judges assigned to score this fight at ringside. From Switzerland, Fabian Guggenheim. From Spain, Manuel Olivier Colomo. And from Canada, Pascual Procopio. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the Bell World Championship veteran referee from the United Kingdom, Mark Lyson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the officials are at ringside and they are ready. The fighters are in the ring and they are ready. So for the sold out thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world on DAZN, from the pyramids of Egypt, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black, trimmed with gold and orange, his official weight 258.7 pounds. This international combat sports legend from 2013 until a few months ago when he vacated his title was undefeated in the combat ring. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger, the former undisputed kickboxing heavyweight world champion from Amsterdam, Netherlands, the king of kickboxing, Ricardo Rico. And across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing burgundy, trimmed with gold, weighing in at 233.3 pounds. Since capturing Olympic gold in 2012, he now has a perfect professional record. 24 victories in 24 fights. 15 big wins by knockout. He's captured 2 division championships. Ladies and gentlemen, from Kyiv, Ukraine, the former undisputed cruiserweight world champion, now the ring, WBC, WBA, universally recognized, linear undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander.
Shortly behind there, we got anything wrong with some of that belt is good, okay? Okay, gentlemen, you're boxing for the heavyweight championship of the world. I've already spoken to you both. You know what I expect. Stay professional, obey my commands, and most of all, protect yourself at all times. God bless you both.
Two heavyweight champions from different defeat, batter, and bury him in the Egyptian desert tonight. 12 rounds for the heavyweight championship of the world. Alexander Usyk, Rico Verhoeven, here we go.
Straight away, who's going to find the rhythm with their jab first? How is Verhoeven going to approach this? Is he going to try and be the boss, the aggressor? Or will he try and wait for Usyk to lead and try and counter? I can't see that being the option. I feel like he needs to be the boss, try and be the aggressor here.
A lot of footwork and movement from Rico to straight right hand on the button.
A bit of movement there from Verhoeven there, just pushing it back with the jab and then right hand over the top. And I think it's imperative to have a good start here, full of confidence. And he'll need that.
Chance of Rico here ringside. A lot of Dutch fans making the trip to the desert.
Usyk just having a look, trying to work out his man.
Look at the size of the legs of Rico Verhoeven. Can those legs bounce like that for 12 rounds, Barry?
Well, I would probably say no, but he might not need to. I think it's important from that. You know, he's rushing. Usyk down, he doubles the jab. It makes his feet too fast. Because he's such a big guy, he's forcing Usyk back in straight lines for a minute.
Like the hip movement as well. There's not a static target. Cannot afford to be against Usyk.
Wait for Usyk to really uncork that left hand. Kickboxing. Flash of heads, perhaps.
Right?
I was going to say, in kickboxing, Rico switches stances quite often. Not sure if he's going to do it here in the sweet sights.
It seems like he's not as square on as I've seen him in the kickboxing ring. A bit more side on. By the way, he's got his chin down, shoulders rounded.
He looks so much bigger than Usyk. Huge. He's a positive start here.
We know that Usyk figures sliders out and then takes over. Right now, seems to be downloading the information. What do I exactly have in front of me right now? The 6'5", 256-pound freak of nature. Are you impressed so far, Derek?
That was really good. Committed to that right to the body, didn't he, Barry? Lovely shot.
Well, whatever you can say, he's winning this round.
Yeah, let's see a bit more of that from Usyk. The feint, the right hook as well. Look at the movement of Verhoeven. It's all to his left-hand side constantly.
No weight on the shoulder, worried.
All in all, considering what we thought we might see, Rico gets an A++ performance from his attack. Peter Fury in the corner of Rico Verhoeven. They've been training together about 15 years, Darren. What's Peter Fury fighters, what are they known for?
I mean, hard working, technically sound, and mentally very strong as well. Movement as well, very, very good footwork. We're seeing that here, aren't we? I must say, again, it's all to the left-hand side of Usyk. Now, well, he throws that right hook.
Nice uppercut and a straight left hand.
Here's where it can maybe fold a little bit. You guys thought this might be a good strategy.
It's just the physical presence, but you're waiting it. But I mean, he hasn't needed that in the first round. He was pushing it back with straight punches. There's no massive jeopardy there for Usyk, but taken by surprise, I thought, in that first round.
Usyk seems to be just kind of in first gear right now. There's the right hand. Rico really forcing the issue.
And he's sucking up well when he comes forward. Kind of hooking the shots in round the side, working the body, then leans on, nullifies the work of Usyk coming back. Yeah, it's been a good start.
Rico, a kickboxing record 66-10, 27 straight victories. Probably doesn't even remember the last time he lost. It's been so long.
So he's standing with that uppercut there, Usyk, and there's not loads of weight in it. There's still a good shot, and the Verhoeven's not even confident.
Is he tempting fate, though, guys, being this aggressive?
No, I think it's the right move. It is.
Nice uppercut.
That's important. He does after that. He doesn't give any space for Usyk to make a second phase of attack.
That uppercut certainly the shot for Usyk. You can see how rounded he is, almost leaning over that front foot when he comes forward for Verhoeven.
I feel like Usyk is locked in right now, Barry.
I think he'd be taken back a little bit after that really good start there. So, taking a little bit more finger on this one, and much better though.
Maybe he's just waiting for Rico to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, possibly with the feints with the hands and feet, just working out the man, but if he leans on, some absolute unit in there.
Usyk's a little bit too static, I feel. Small lateral movement will get on the balls of his feet a little bit.
Perhaps waiting too long.
a tag in the head, isn't he?
Anytime Rico gets it close, let his hands go.
He looks quicker than what I've seen of Verhoeven in the past. I think he knows that he needs to be quick in this contest.
Tempo early, won a couple of rounds before Floyd Mayweather started to take over after figuring him out. You sense that might be happening here, guys?
It could possibly be happening, okay, but I think he's having more success than McGregor did, I think, for me. Because Floyd was sort of
And the big thing here is, can he sustain? Can he keep this going? Obviously, can he keep this moving? Right to the body. I just said it's a little low.
Yeah, Rico acknowledged that. Wants to keep it a fair fight. Of course, that harkens back to the controversy surrounding Dubois dropping Usyk in Poland, what was deemed a low blow. Look at Mike Coppinger, he's got a 2-0 for the big Dutchman. Another shot from Rico.
It just stood a little tall there.
I'll tell you what, guys, this is not how he kickboxes. He's never this aggressive in the early rounds. I'm very surprised with this strategy, but it's a winning formula so far.
and it's the right move. You can see that, didn't we? Just in the previous, no, rush it and don't take that risk. But I don't think he has to rush it. He's rushing into his attacks, but they're relatively smart with the straight punches down the line.
Do you know what? I think there's a bit of variation to the work. You know, every now and again, I'll bring forward like
Rico heavy hands on Usyk.
I think Usyk can't be over. When it's down to those uppercuts, punches that he might not be able to see, that he might back him up. And that hasn't happened yet.
It's a nice right to the body for Verhoeven. Back up, Usyk with a nice left hand.
Get some natural movement in the play here. Usyk.
He's not fighting as much as he used to.
You know, usually it's hard for other fighters to figure Usyk out. Is Usyk having a hard time figuring this guy out? Rico's feeling himself staying on his toes. I'm just wondering, can he keep this pace up in the later rounds?
He looks at you a moment ago there, just flying out the jab, Verhoeven.
It looked like a look-away shot.
So again, there's the variation on is a nice counter 1-2 there from Usyk. Good footwork. That's where he can probably close the hooks, then screw the shot through the middle. More offensive now, isn't he, Usyk?
Good shot there from Verhoeven.
Добре, гарно почищені. О, але чудові зуби. Залишайтесь на місці. Я піднімусь. Red Bull надає крила. Відкриваємо ФОП у Пумбі. Перші півроку рахунок без абонплати. Вважай, вже заробили. Нема що робити не їж. Із цього, що є, тільки оце працює. Давай, потримай.
His physical strength, and he's possibly winning the fight.
Well, remember, Tyson Fury had all kinds of trouble with Francis Ngannou in the early rounds and even got dropped. Right now, it could very well be 3-0 for Rico Verhoeven against the best boxer in the world. It seems like no matter what happens from here on out, I think Rico's shown enough to say, hey, he's got the goods.
Yeah, he really has. Surpassed everyone's expectations already.
There's a look further than a whole injury. He's captured it and shot the Wilder. He's trying to nullify and stop and confuse Usyk with that lead hand. He just sort of taps it out with that right hand as he did there.
Usyk's chasing the cat around the ring.
acceleration. Look at it, you know, a moment ago he was on the back foot, now he's on the front foot, leading on.
And they're going to waste the energy, they throw those hands so fast, and there's nothing on them. But the leading on it is very important.
And what that does as well, that it sends, you know, something to the judges that you're busy, you're working, you're looking confident. He's a fantastic finisher, Lucy.
Crashing down now near the fourth.
Where's your plan with his foot? He's done well to recover there.
Of course, this is a 12-round fighting kickboxing Rico's championship fights were 5 3-minute rounds. But I mentioned earlier, he did recently compete in that one-night 8-man tournament where he fought 3 3-round fights in a single night.
The angles and shots here.
Just flowing a lot better now, Lucy. Loading up the shots.
He was coming forward there for music. Shield out. He needs to find different angles here all the time to lose it.
Stationary stunner a couple of times there. He had his left hand, though, but he got caught with a couple of right hands.
Much better round 4 here from the champ.
He really is. It's good to see him back.
Yeah, great to see him.
That fight available on his own partner, Ultimate Subscription. Round 5 here between Rico and Usyk. A lot of people didn't think it'd even go this far. What was your official predictions, guys?
Oh, about music wins anything he wants to do. Quite comfortable and stop shooting 5 rounds. That's the truth of it.
Yeah, but around 6, 7, 4 mid-rounds.
And it hasn't been the fight we thought. Not at all. And you've got to give credit to the match to Hoover, and that's it.
Slowly on that right hand for Hoover. Nice little step back in the left for Usyk.
Nice left there for Usyk. Just coming forward methodically. Trying to just walk through the punches.
Really leading up.
Let's bring in Mike Coppinger with the scorecard.
Gets on, I mean, big rip here, Hogan, incredibly impressive. But he got an active jab, moving his head. He's aggressive, he's confident. He did a lot better in that 4th round. Rico's still in this fight, and no matter what happens now, we're all impressed by Rico.
I think, you know, he's ahead, but you feel time is shifting here, is changing. Usyk centre of the ring. As I say, more active with the hands. I said, just step to his right hand side a little bit. Hoover is moving constantly to his left hand side with that right hook.
You guys talked about all the feints that Rico was going to have to react to that Usyk was going to give him. Rico's a feint machine in this fight.
But also, he's constantly doing something with his hands. He's twitching with the shoulders, constantly moving around the down, and that maybe takes the focus on that, off Usyk. And then when he does attack, he can't lead in as good as he normally does.
Again, you asked a question about Peter Fury. What does he implement? And I think the non-punching activity and always fancy into that. That's something he's put into Hoover for sure.
Rico Verhoeven said he used to spar Tyson Fury and get destroyed every time, but he came back for more and more. And then Tyson kept inviting him to his training camp because he knew just how tough Rico was. And they would always come forward, and that's what he's showing us here tonight.
Opportunity for Usyk. Just missed the chance to throw the counter. He stepped back after Hoover through the right hand, but the shot.
Tell you what, Usyk's not winning the trade with it.
Too smart, isn't he, for that?
Well, when you're as big as Rico is, you don't want to trade.
to
Yeah,
it.
it is a lot.
If the fight goes long.
This might be the most competitive round. We see the spike double jab from Rico. The cross necklace time for Usyk like he did against Tyson Fury, guys. But how concerned should Usyk fans be right now?
I don't think there's any cause for concern right now. It's just you feel there's more to come. You feel he will start. The tempo is a good start to this 6th round from the Ukrainian. But it does need to start to happen.
What a performance so far from Rico Verhoeven. I don't know anyone who picked him to win this fight outside of his friends and family. And even they probably have real questions about it.
He does that well when he leans on.
I tell you one thing as well. I think Usyk might be struggling with our weight he's carrying here. So he's a lot heavier on the arm. And the movement, the lateral movement, certainly even the sway inside the side, is so much less.
Pretty similar stats when you look through round 5.
It's interesting. A lot more jabs landing from Usyk.
I love the way that Rico gets Usyk against the ropes. Not only does he put his weight on it, Barry, but he's throwing punches and scoring points.
Yes, and even if they're not landing, the impression that he's always busy, and that's important for the judges' eyes in rounds that might be scrappy. He gives to the guys doing the hard work, whether it's effective or not.
Again, Rico marching forward, landing punches.
Again, changing up. Pace of the fight as well. He's on the back foot now. Look, trying to push Usyk back. He has success with that right to the body, doesn't he?
I mean, Barry, by any metric, Usyk doesn't look like Usyk. Maybe he's struggling some, but it's Rico making it look like this.
He's really lovely. I mean, he looks a little bit. He doesn't look as shape as he normally is. Music, but that's you can't take that as an excuse. You knew how to fight. You got to get fit for the fight. You got to get ready for the fight. You got to win the fight.
You mentioned it, Tom. That leaning on, he really does push on and he'll throw some heavy shots. Something that I don't think he's been used to. Usyk.
Well, Rico is a workout fiend. He never comes close. Sensational shape at all times. And right now, he still looks good and has that movement, constant non-stop movement that he started the fight with. And you see a couple more landed jabs.
Nice little long left hook there as well there from the movement. Still nice and supple on his feet.
Yeah, I thought by this sort of time that would have gone out the step of Verhoeven, and it hasn't.
And now it's Rico back against the ropes.
Just looking bad. Music.
He looks fun and music right, for sure. You've never seen a fight before. Round 7, scheduled for 12, and I think anyone who's watching right now thinks Rico is probably winning this fight, including our official score, or our unofficial score. Mike Coppinger, how do you have it through 6 full rounds, Mike?
Yeah, so far I have Usyk winning just the one round, and I think Rico's been really impressive. But really, his defense too. I mean, Usyk gets a lot in there. His jab has been on point. And I think lost in all this, it's really been an entertaining fight.
Indeed. Here in round 7, we're going to do a point, gentlemen. If Rico wins 1 or 2 more rounds in a row, my math isn't great, Usyk's going to need a knockdown to win this fight.
I mean, it's incredible. It really is. I mean, it's all this non-punching activity. I mean, it's stopped Usyk letting his hands go. He got to be far busier.
And there's a lot of kickboxers watching right now who are licking their chops about, hey, I'm going to come to boxing. I'm going to fight the champ. I can hang with him.
Nice little leaping right hand there from Verhoeven. Usyk shows that moving off his jab. Verhoeven jab, when he throws it, he gets that spin on the other side, thinks he's getting some work in the face. Looks like a swing in it.
Very slight him slow it down, does it? Looks fresh in there still. Just bringing the step. I'm surprised with the mindset and the ability to work his opponent out. He's read this movement Verhoeven constantly going to his limits.
Now Usyk switching stances to southpaw. He just can't figure this guy out. To the knees of the champ.
So he's going to get his head here. Usyk.
Usyk gonna open up a little bit. Maybe he's sensing what we're all seeing.
That this is remarkable. It really, really is.
Rico said, listen, this is no fairy tale. This won't be a miracle if I beat him. This will be hard work, dedication, and a lot of discipline. Yes, I've been fighting kickboxing for almost 2 decades. However, I've been training as a boxer for 15 years under the tutelage of Peter Fury. I'm here to showcase my skills.
Those skills are really working right now. It's not
This is incredible.
Usyk's not have an answer. But any of this at the minute. He's stationary, he's easy to hit.
And another round for Verhoeven.
And his right hand right before the thighs by Rico Verhoeven in his second professional boxing match. Guys, if he wins this fight, he'll be the first fighter in the history of the sport to win a world title in his second professional fight.
And also, you've got to think, some of the fighters that couldn't beat Usyk. That's the thing, they couldn't beat him. And then this guy just walks into the sport. I'm brilliant and also the master of what he does, of course, in his sport, but walks into the sport and beats our champion.
But even if this version, if you were to see this version of the past of Verhoeven fighting, you'd say he has no chance against Usyk. But it's the unpredictability of the way he's fighting in there, and the way he's leaning on, and that physical presence is been incredible.
I'm still just waiting for Usyk to turn it on. You know, we've seen so many fights over the years where a guy's losing every round and then boom.
Usyk, he doesn't have those.
Everything smelling like roses for Rico.
This is absolutely phenomenal. What a great effort this is. When will Usyk wake up?
The standard bearer for upsets in boxing history is Lester Douglas over Mike Tyson. Guys, this wouldn't be too far behind that.
I tell you what, he looks like a fighter every day he's trying to wait. If they can wait, they're lethargic and they can't get going. And then you can't trust him as an excuse because he just has to make weight. Just let me can't wait. This river is a deeper.
But you know, Rico still cannot afford to make one mistake because Usyk will capitalize. Think about all the hundreds of amateur fights he's had, the undisputed run at cruiserweight, the undisputed run at heavyweight. He's seen almost every type of style imaginable, but he can't figure out this stuff.
Usyk was hitting me good shots. Except for that a few rounds ago when he wobbled him, all the other shots were bounced off.
There's a good one.
He's rushing him every time. He's so clever, that is. Using that massive size that he got. And Usyk's fighting back, and he's fighting back after moving back. Without moving forward into the shots.
And he's off the chest, isn't he? Oh, he can even get the shots off. More pressure now. More intent from Usyk.
Rico had that shot to turn around.
Smart. Very, very smart.
Виняткова чистота завдяки Philips Aqua Trio. Впорається з усіма видами бруду. Хатні справи йдуть не за планом. Приймайте Магне B6 антистрес. Він знижує стрес.
All right, we are heading into round 9. We'll see Mike Coppinger's unofficial scorecard in just a minute. But guys, I can't believe I'm about to say this. Alexander Usyk might need a knockout or at least a knockdown if he's going to win this fight. Am my calculations correct, or am I just...
They're speechless as nuts. That's the case.
Let's look at Mike's scorecard. There you have it. Mike, you're lost for words.
Peter Carey's done an amazing job here. Usyk off the back foot, and Rico Verhoeven. This has been incredibly impressive already. Far more
Incredible stuff. And you can see again Rico having success when he turns things physical.
He just gets really close and just fires the shots into head and body. There was a nice right that he threw as well, but Hoover stabbed it into the body of Usyk.
You know, there was a big controversy a few weeks ago when the WBC said, you know what, hey, yeah, this is for the heavyweight championship of the world. Many people said, what? A guy with a 1-0 record? This is ridiculous. You can't put the heavyweight title on the line.
But it is ridiculous because he had earned the shot. That's the point. But he's not good enough. He had earned the shot to get there, but he's shown he's good enough. I mean, Usyk, I never thought I'd say this, but his feet have been awful.
You've seen the confidence from Verhoeven as well, just switching to Southwood, orthodox now, leaning on, and applying the work of Usyk, throwing shots again to the body really well.
Alright guys, I've just been told that in the arena they're going to be scoring. And the score right now is 76-76. Mike Coppinger, your thoughts? That's according to Mauricio Sulaiman of the WBC.
That's crazy. That's not really reflective of what's going on here. I mean, I think Usyk's won 2 rounds at most. And Usyk's a legend, and he's either the first or second best fighter in the world pound for pound, but he's not winning this fight right now, or even.
Well, maybe the 4 of us have it completely wrong, and they're right.
That's just some things. When it comes into the job.
What we don't usually see is that there. Let's use some of the corner one. Usually defensively so sound, Usyk.
30 seconds to go here in round 9. Rico surpassing all expectations so far. Usyk does not look like himself. Rico switching southpaw.
I think he needs to increase it. I think he knows what he needs to do. He always starts around positive on the front foot. Smash the statement again, stay switched on as well. The cool move shots that he would usually get caught with.
I think that's the biggest point. It's not so much what he's doing, it's after he does the work. He starts switching off and getting caught. The big guy is rushing him.
Rico just keeps marching forward. Complaining that maybe Rico caught him with an accidental elbow.
They have got the right idea there from Usyk on the back foot. He's right in front of us here, isn't he, Verhoeven? And you can see how much he really does lean on Usyk.
Well, win or lose, the amount of respect that Rico has earned here tonight is immeasurable.
He's just not able to get him on the outside there, is he? He's trying to move his feet around, but Verhoeven's just going with it.
Sneaks through Verhoeven.
We always praise and credit Usyk's in-ring IQ. Barry, what what should he be doing right now that he just isn't?
What he should be doing from the beginning, more angles, more upper body movements, using that feet to spin in front of him, make a loose target. And also, the activity in me as much as you know he is with music. He's usually the busiest fighter in the ring.
Is there any chance that maybe Usyk thinks he's winning this fight and is just going steady as she goes? Is there any chance?
I don't think so. He knows he's got to do more.
And we've seen a ton of body shots from Usyk either, something he's very good at. People were saying there's no way that Rico could outbox Usyk, but he could outwork him. And guys, I'd argue he might be doing both of them right now.
Usyk.
Better from the champion. And Rico is right in the thick of things. A good finish around 10, no more than champ.
It breaks my heart to say it. These girls are fast. These are world running.
Mike could hang in the balance here over the last two. If this were Usyk comes to life as we've seen him do in prior fights, especially against AJ in Tottenham Stadium.
He's got flat footed all right tonight, Andy. Flat footed, really slow off the back.
Can you attribute all that to the weight gain?
Maybe, but also. Yeah, look, Rico Verhoeven was actually winning that last round, and then Usyk really came on, and I thought it hurt Rico down the stretch. I want to see Usyk really press the action out. He needs to score it out, I believe.
Looks like he's sharpened up a little bit this and then, but he hasn't been to go with Usyk.
Saw Rico use his shoulder there to push Usyk away. Double jab from Rico, showing you the fundamentals he's picked up over the years. Peter Fury told Rico in the corner, you can't switch off even for a second against Usyk. Just wants him right when it comes down to Usyk.
Usyk as well. But he didn't start head up.
And he goes downstairs.
Just when I feel Usyk is close to something, to building something. What does this? Grabs hold, leans on, just stops that threat.
Either way, this has been a great fight from an entertainment standpoint.
Lots of the nose of Usyk.
There were people saying, well, don't even bother him. It has been anything but. In fact, Rico might well be winning. We think he is.
To this point, we can't get rid of it. Lots of good shots there. Again, something that's a different stage set. He's taking a shot.
Fantastic shot from Usyk. Oh, they're going to give him time to put the mouthpiece back in.
He looks unsteady.
Usyk's complaining about it. And he should be. It's a valuable time wasted. Are you kidding?
After 10 great rounds, we go into round 11. Referee Mark Lyson has to step in and call a halt to the bout. 2 minutes 59 seconds of round number 11. The winner by TKO victory, still undefeated and still the ring WBC, WBA, universally recognized lineal, undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander.
Багато насолоди довершеним смаком та ароматом кави Nescafe Gold.
Світлана. Нема що робити мені?
Ні, ну реально нема. І з цього, що є, тільки оце працює.
Давай, я потримаю, а ти поки підключи Vodafone і сиди в інтернеті хоч 4 доби. Підключай інтернет для дому Vodafone. Працює 4 доби без світла. Разом ми зможемо. Vodafone.
Думали, судокрем лише для сідничок? Ромчику на щічки, а Стефану для шкіри.
Щось ти надто спокійний, як для ФОПа. Ой, Віталька, виростеш свій ФОП, на пункт його переведеш.
But I know right now in Ukrainian, my people in my country by bombing. My people now sitting in bomb shelter. My family, my daughter too, bomb shelter sent me message. Papa, I love you. You win. I afraid. I say, oh my God. Thank you so much. What can I say? Thank you so much, Rico. You're amazing fighter. Thank you so much, your team, coach. Smart. My team, I love you. You are the best. Katerina, my wife, I love you. You my life. You my life. You my heart.
You knew that he was going to be a tough fight. He has a style that you've not seen
Yes,
before.
sorry, bro. Yes, this fight was hard. Igor good prepared. I know, but it's good fight.
Did you think going into that last round